Hello everyone. It's Stray Faye here with another episode of Variable Barricade. In the last episode, we finished Ichiya's route, got his good ending, and now in this episode, we have to get all the other endings: the normal end, the bad end, the funny ending, the marriage ending. I always enjoy doing that one, just picking out the rows. Let's check the illustrations. Yes, there is. Yeah, there is an extra CG. It's probably just like a different face he's making. I believe this was at the very end of the common route. Taiga had one too. That I had to like go back for. Otherwise, okay. Yeah, it looks like the other ones are just like new. Is there an extra one? I think Ichiya has like. It's like a full row here versus like the other guys. The other guys kind of have like a missing space. Okay. So, let's go nab that one picture first real fast. And I gotta like go through all these save files. It should be like somewhere in the common route. Just look for the blue. That's Taiga's comment. Okay. Let's do from this point. Yeah. Let's do that. Load. Okay, do you have to play this event? Can't skip that. Skip. Let me just pick all the opposite choices. Gonna blast from the past here. Back when our first impression of Ichiya was that he was just annoying. Now he's just an annoying crybaby. Let's pick I'm not that particular. The barricade option. Level up our fence. If I'm being honest. Ichiya swallowed hard, waiting to hear my next words. I'm not nearly as particular about my meals as you seem to think. I'm not really a picky eater either. If the food is tasty, that's enough to satisfy me. Even better if there was enough of it to fill me up. Ah, I see. Thanks. And he's gonna get all the wrong ideas from this point. Ichiya turned to walk away, but I still caught the shadow of uncertainty in his eyes. If only he paid attention at the beginning. Alright. Can we skip the rest of it? Okay, yeah, we can skip. Skip. Reason up. Skip. And then play this event. All this work just to get an alternate face. I guess it could be a lot worse. They could make us go through the whole thing. It is a very nice feature that you can just like skip chapters and just select the outcome of the choice within the chapter. Like those delicious treats. Why go that far? To maximum rose barricade. Why go that far? Going to the main estate and begging for help. Ichiya looked to the side, a little embarrassed. See ya. I don't know too many Japanese recipes, and if I had to learn either way, I wanted to learn how to cook the foods you liked best. Powerful, conflicting feelings of joy and guilt welled inside of me. I had to look away. Did Sumiko say anything? She asked me to take good care of the young miss. Despite her kind smile, she's a colonel in the kitchen. Ichiya grimaced at the memory. Okay, skip. Just punch Naoto real fast. Barricade battle. I think it's funny when he has to go up against the maximum barricade. Like it's hopeless. Defended. Moody Moody. You're never getting through. Come on, you two. Kiss, 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 kiss. Like a child. Oh my gosh, are you really gonna do it? Like, really, for real? Both of you hush. Their voices sounded far, far away. All I could hear was the pounding of my heartbeat, which grew louder as I leaned closer to Ichiya. I started to feel dizzy. Can't chicken out now. I can't chicken out now. Just a little further and I'd reach Ichiya's cheek. This is like the embarrassed faces. Habari? I just had a thought. Is this perhaps, maybe your first kiss or something like that? Oh, kinda weird that he acknowledges it even like way back here. If this is it, wow. I'd be the luckiest guy in the world then. Ha ha ha. Man, I wasn't planning for this, but I'm honored. I half wonder if I'm dreaming. My first kiss. I felt my face. No, my entire body flush with heat. The second I realized that, my thoughts screeched to a halt. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. My brain felt like it had crashed from embarrassment. For some reason, tears prickled my eyes. I can't! By the time I realized what I had done, Ichiya was sitting on the floor, stunned. Feeling both guilty and ashamed of myself, I turned away from him. Okay, and then the rest is the same after that. That was her first kiss, although not really on the lips. It was on a cheek, a chaste kiss. I think we've seen this already. Yeah, we've seen this. Just acting like we haven't. I wonder if you like go through this again. Like some of these whiz messages did have like alternate responses you could do. You, like check out the opposite choice. All right, I think that's it. We can just go back to the title, right? Yeah. That should have put it. Yeah, I got 3 for 3. Okay, God, I feel so bad for Ichiya in some of these. Look at the bad memories here. Okay, so now next, let's do the normal end. We need to load. It says save file 3, which I think in my case is save file 9. Yeah, it's like over here. Yeah, so let's load this file. And now we have to pick all the reason options. It does concern me, yes. Alright, we just skip where we can. I suppose it would be a lie if I said that it didn't concern me at least a little bit. But if you hadn't done anything, she would have simply created a different problem later. Overall, I'd say you had little choice in the matter. Okay, this is like right after he divulged like the traumatic situation. At least that's how I tried to justify it. She'd presented an issue even Kazu couldn't handle. And despite Ichiya's failure, there was no guarantee they would have found a better solution. I mean, she was willing to do crimes. This is not... Can't literally blame Ichiya for that. Looking at it that way, Kazu's compliment may have hurt Ichiya, but I had to believe he honestly meant it as praise. Alright, skip. Alright, attempted marriage fraud cleared. Should be able to skip our way to the end of the board. Skip. Why can I not skip that? Okay. I guess I will. Because I will just view this. I don't think there's another CG in here, is there? It doesn't seem like there was an alternate CG. I'm gonna throw hands with your bro. Skip. Do you think you have a chance? This is freaking terrible. This is the thing to say to him. It's like we don't believe in him. Do you think you have a chance? Do you think you have a chance? I knew that was hardly a tactful way of putting it, but this whole predicament made me anxious. I hadn't come close to sorting out my feelings, and now so much was riding on the direction of our relationship. The pressure was nearly unbearable. I can't say for sure, no, but I'm not going to back down before I try. Despite my harsh wording, Ichiya still accepted my words for what they were and gave an honest answer. After that, the only thing left I could say was, okay, then I believe you. Okay, I believe you. Alright, now I can skip. Reason up. Reason up. Reason up. Okay. Oh god. We have to watch the car chase again. Let's play this event. Skip. This whole scene is just like plain insane. And considering like the rest of the game, like there's pretty low stakes overall. The fact that like even the good ending has this almost like crash or like get thrown off a cliff is I guess pretty impactful. Okay, maybe we should calm down. Alright, got the wall up. Wait, maybe we should take a moment and calm down first? Please? This is not the time or the place for this discussion. I spoke soothingly, trying to get him to relax. I understand how you feel. Trust me, I do. But first, why don't we go back to where everyone is waiting for us? We can talk there. Yeah, the reasonable thing to do. Let's get away from the edge. No, I refuse. Tell me your answer, here or nowhere at all. And then he starts crying. Don't tell me this is like where the barricade battle is, right? The only other option I can see is he like jumps off the cliff. I don't know how we're like saving him after like shooting him down like this, but paralyzed by shock, I couldn't move. Slowly, dreadfully, Ichiya started to take that final step backwards. But just then... Oh, the guys are going to save him. Suitors and Kasuga. Ichiya! Taiga and the others made their move, dashing forward to grab Ichiya by his arms. No! Let me go! I'm gonna die and etch myself in Habari's soul until the end of time! Well, that's kind of terrible. We have to bear that for the rest of her life. Oof, bro, you're heavy. Literally and figuratively. He's gone completely mad. I moved nervously, unable to stay still, as I watched the others drag a kicking, flailing Ichiya upwards. Kasuga took my arm and gently pulled me away. He's like, this way, miss, you don't have to. Let's get you away from the crazy man. Then he said one name. Mr. Yagami. Roger! Hurrah! What? Naito uses ridiculous strength to yank Ichiya clear away from the edge of the cliff. More accurately, Naito tossed Ichiya from the edge of the cliff. Okay, I guess Naita didn't have like the power to save Ichiya in that case. He said he didn't do it, like he froze up, and I was like, okay, well, anyone would have froze up, because if they just kind of like dove in, they could have like accidentally pushed both of themselves off. Ichiya landed in an undignified pile. He didn't bother to stand up. He simply lay there, sobbing. This freaking wreck of a man. Oh, I wasn't able to prove my feelings to Habari, even after all that. Everyone else rolled their eyes and looked down at him, thoroughly exacerbated. Everyone except me. I looked at him as another feeling welled up inside of me. Someone who just can't live without me. I honestly don't think there's a single person in the world who would say that to me. All the insane things he'd done and said to bring me here, his pathetic sobbing form on the ground. He'd done it all for me. That thought made me regard him in a new, decidedly more precious light. I must protect him. I need to stay with him and keep him safe. Always. I didn't have much choice. Besides, I, don't want him dying on me. Oh no, are we just staying with him out of pity now? I walked up to Ichiya and took his hands, pulling him up to his feet. He sniffled, shoulders hunched, and looked at me with uneasy eyes. Say, Ichiya, you're happy as long as I'm with you, right? Yeah, right. As long as you're there by my side, I can deal with anything. Anything at all. I don't care what excuse it takes. I didn't doubt he was telling the truth. All that was left for me was to accept my fate. All right, then leave the rest to me. Huh? Ichiya looked at me through his teary eyes, clearly baffled. I gave him a gentle smile. Don't worry. Everything will be all right. I'll protect you. No matter how things wind up in the end, I'll keep you safe. Did you still go to the Christmas party? December 24th, Christmas Eve. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce the heir to the Shinzaki group, Kazuya Shinzaki. This is all new. It's not skipping. And the young lady you all know well, the heir to the Tojo family, Miss Habari Tojo. As you were informed prior to this event, these two have a very special announcement for you all tonight. Wait a minute. This used to be with Grandpa, right? Like, announcing the partnership? In order to bridge the gap between the Tojo and the Shinzaki families and bring them together as one, they hereby officially announce their engagement. Wait. To Kazuya? This is the normal end, right? Like, not the bad end? Wait, where's Ichiya? It's an honor, Habari. I am very much looking forward to building a partnership together with you. Thank you, as am I. Kazu. No. Kazuya Shinzaki and I exchanged quiet pleasantries. Then began the flurry of well wishes, handshakes, and camera flashes. I plastered a smile on my face as I weathered them all. As the well-wishers and journalists finally started leaving, a group of familiar faces stepped forward. Habari, are you sure about this? Yeah, are we sure? What's going on? Yeah, I'm totally down to snatch the mic from that MC. Then you can shout your true feelings to the world right here and now. Maybe stuff will still work out. Thank you, but it's alright. In the end, this is the best course for our love. If you say so. Hibari, we'd best get going. We have to greet our guests. Of course. All right, everyone. I'm afraid I have to go. See you. They all looked like they still had plenty to say to me, but Kazuya and I turned our backs on them and walked away. A lot has happened, but, well, let's just say it's water under the bridge and do our best to make things work, okay? We have a new life to build together. Yes, thank you very much for having me, Kazuya. Our engagement announcement was the big story on the news that evening. I'm still like, what's going on? The Tojo family and Shinzaki Group's alliance is now solidified, the newscaster said. Both companies have turned their eyes to overseas expansion. Analysts predict a bright future, the headlines proclaimed. Not that any of them knew the truth. Their primary concern was the promising future of our family's businesses. The stocks go up. Oh, Ichiya. Is he okay with us marrying his brother? How did it turn out like this? Are you sure this was for the best? Why wouldn't it be? I changed and come down to the living room to find Ichiya staring at his phone with a conflicted look on his face. What is this outfit she's wearing? For some reason it reminds me of something. This is like Carmen Sandiego or something? It kind of reminds me of that. I hooked my arms around him from behind and peeked at the screen. Ah, are you still looking through all the news reports? Yeah, it's just, you know, weighing on my mind. Because your lover just got engaged to another man? Wait. Did we literally just... the NTR ending. So we got engaged to Kazuya, but we still have Ichiya on the side. Like, the whole thing that Kazuya proposed, and like, Ichiya's like, them's fighting words. This is supposed to be the not bad ending? Right. Thinking about it, I guess I really am, your paramour now. I just can't help dwelling on it. Ichiya gave me a pained smile. I sighed. He is not happy. He is not happy at all. Trust me, were it possible, I'd marry you instead. It was very much a possibility. You could have said no! But unfortunately for us, the world ran on cold, rigid traditions. Ichiya and I had realized our feelings for each other, but only on the day before Christmas Eve. Far too late. Word of my engagement to Kazuya had leaked ahead of the announcement, and rumors spread like wildfire. Wait. But then, what about the other ending? we married Ichiya anyway! And we still framed it as a partnership between, like, the Shinzaki group and the Tojo family. It's just like we were marrying the other brother of the family. Huh? After that, he and I had little choice but to make those rumors official. No! No! You could have set the record straight. Like, excuse me? Even Kazuya looked a little guilty as the Christmas Eve party started to wind down. Hey, is Ichiya doing alright? You could have set the record straight, excuse me? You're the adult here! Why wouldn't he be? Well, we did just get engaged. And I got word that the two of you did finally affirm that your feelings for each other are mutual. Just like, my brain is breaking right now. It's like, okay. Why did you still go ahead with the engagement? Kazuya's words were hesitant, but his eyes spoke for him. Are you really gonna take Ichiya as your lover? That's what he actually wanted to ask. It's far too late to worry about any of that. Besides, you were the one who suggested I take him as a paramour in the first place. Yes, I did, but... Substance over appearance. That's basically what matters in the end, right? Kazuya, I'm the Tojo heir. I made the best possible choice for the family. You understand what I mean, right? You should have known as well as anyone. I said the same thing to Ichiya before, but you're very wise for your years. You understand your social position, your duty, and what's expected of you. I think if anyone can understand my business plan from my intended viewpoint, it's you. In fact, you were the one who expected me to act beyond my years from the start. That is very true. You're right. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. Bari? I was like... I just want to scream. I guess if Bari is okay with it, with this arrangement, but... if this was me, at what point do you just, like... crash out and start, like, denying all the engagement allegations. Like, no, this ain't true. I'm gonna just throw a tantrum. Screw decorum. Just as you want me for my Tojo name, I want you for Kazuya Shinzaki. For the profitable partnership your name affords my family. That's all I expect from you. And if you're confident you can live up to my expectations, why would you bother apologizing? Yes, you're absolutely right. I guess that when push comes to shove, women always have been better at steeling themselves against life's curveballs. Thanks. This was an enlightening talk. Though I'll go ahead and admit that I didn't exactly take the short, easy road to get to this point. True. But I think everything worked out for the best. I have to say, you're more attractive to me now than you've ever been. Now that you're cheating on me with your brother, I think I want you more. Oh, and what do you mean by that? Oh, as a business partner, of course. We won't ever be bound by love, no. But in a sense, we'll be family twice over. Kazuya smiled at me, a mischievous glint in his eye. I smiled and nodded. This is weird. I guess he's like okay with us having Ichiya's children too, so he's just gonna be raising his nieces and nephews as his own. He and I would be joined by marriage, becoming husband and wife according to law. But the man I had truly chosen as my life partner was Ichiya. Given that Kazuya and Ichiya were twins, Kazuya could be considered my brother-in-law. Either way, we were family. Well, if anything comes up, I'll be happy to lend an ear. You already know I'm a champ at giving advice. Even romantic advice? Oh, definitely. That's my area of expertise. We smiled and chuckled together. We were family, we were co-conspirators, and we were bent on protecting the same thing. Ichiya was precious to Kazuya and I, albeit in different ways. Anyway, I best be going. Make sure you take care of him for me, alright? I will. You can count on it. Just look at Ichiya's grimace. Are you not happy with being a paramour? I think anyone would be a little hesitant about the role. I mean, I did completely blow up at Kazuya when he first suggested it. It's just, you know, not the kind of arrangement decent people have, I guess. I admit I feel guilty about it. Heck, I'm surprised you're so indifferent to the whole thing. It isn't as if we could really change anything. Putting up a resistance would be as useful as throwing a tantrum. I mean, throwing a tantrum might be the legit response here. Like, not gonna lie. It's like, you want the Tojo family heir? I'll show you the Tojo family heir. Well, yeah, but... Ichiya looked down at his shoes. God, I'm so pathetic. At the end of the day, I couldn't do a single thing for you. That's why we got stuck in this situation. Are you really that bothered by it? After you said you'd rather die than live without me? Or were you lying about that? No, I wasn't. That was the truth. Right. I'll take this over being separated for the rest of our lives. Besides, I'll get to spend the majority of my time with the person I love. You. By changing my point of view, I was able to reach a compromise with myself. Fortunately, Kazuya was understanding of our situation and completely supported us. The word paramour generally carried an air of dark secrets, or of moonlight trysts and adultery. But that wasn't the case with us. As long as we simply kept up appearances in public, we were free to spend our time together however we liked. The more I think about it, the more it feels like he's your side piece, not me. Oh, now there's an idea. Why not simply remind yourself about that fact and accept it for what it is? I smiled at him and quickly changed the subject. Anyway, where do you want to go on our date today? Oh, and do you think this disguise will work for me? Yeah, I think that should be fine. Hey, we're not movie stars trying to sneak past the paparazzi. You don't have to go that far. Better safe than sorry. You never know who's watching. If our relationship somehow became news, it would make things far more complicated than they needed to be. I know, like, if the affair did come to light, it's like, why not just be straight at the beginning? Like, why try to, like, do it this way? It's just gonna blow up on you later. I just want to scream. To prevent any chance of being outed, I decided to make a habit of donning a disguise every time Ichi and I wanted to go out together. It's too bad that we'll never be able to go on a normal date. But this is kind of fun in its own right. Having to dress up for a secret life makes me feel mature. I smiled at Ichi and showed off my disguise. He said, "You've gotten really strong, Habari." He looked at me, clear adoration shining in his eyes. I've had lots of lessons about being realistic. Anyway, it's not as if I could spend my whole life chasing my dreams, no matter how sweet they seemed. Well then, I'll put together a perfect date plan that your mature, realistic self is sure to love. I look forward to it. I know this isn't our dream relationship, but let's both live our lives together as best we can, alright? Of course, no matter what form our relationship takes. The fact that you're mine, no. The fact that I'm yours now makes me happier than anything in the world. I know. I hope you'll continue to escort me like your life depends on it. I prefer that you kept living. I will. I'll keep loving you with every last ounce of my being, so that you'll never think of leaving me. With that, Ichiya laughed. It was a clear, happy laugh. The shadow that had been plaguing him earlier was gone. I guess this means you're literally the love of my life now. You know, looking at our relationship in that light makes things sit a lot easier for me. The both of us said to heck with it, and built an unorthodox relationship only we understood. But our strange bond made us happy. Ichiya is part of my life. That's all I need. There's no guarantee that our relationship wouldn't blow up into the three-ring media circus someday. Okay, not gonna worry about it too much. But I was sure we'd overcome any trial together. Thanks to that steadfast love, we still smile whenever we are in each other's company. Okay. Well, that was the normal ending. We still have the bad ending. It's gonna go from bad to worse, I guess. Let's load save file 2, aka 8 for me. Load this. Okay, this is way back. Way back in the board. way back when we're stalking him at the mall. You're getting ahead of yourself. Or was this our first date? I forgot. I think you're getting ahead of yourself. Nothing has been decided yet. True, but I believe being able to picture it happening is an important step to make the vision become real. It isn't as if I haven't thought about the matter. That's why I'm living together with you all. He was leaning so close, I felt his breath on my cheek. I didn't know if I could keep my voice steady. But I wasn't going to back down. I gathered my courage and put one word in front of the other. Maybe. But right now, what I want to do is see who you really are, in your entirety. Then I'll think on it. That's all. My courage drained and my eyes dropped. For a long moment, Ichiya said nothing. Then I guess I'll just have to give you more opportunities to see the real me. Smiling, he finally straightened up and stepped back from me. Okay, skip. Okay, oh, this is the date with the smooch. This is where it all went wrong. Alright. Skip, reason up. Skip. Play this event. Skip. I just gotta lose this board and then get, like, what, halfway through the other board? And then that's the bad ending. I have my doubts. No, we just got an iron fence this time. Is that enough? Are you being evasive because you think that as long as you weasel away from the question, you can keep putting it off until I eventually forget? What? No, I didn't mean anything like... I'm sorry to put it in such a harsh way, but I have to. This is a serious decision for me, and I wanted to give it some serious thought. I need to know, Ichiya. Will you understand at least that much? Please? Ichiya's eyes grew wide and frightened, like a terrified little animal. I tried to ease my tone a little so I wouldn't scare him away completely. Alright. If you need to know it in order to choose me, then I won't run away. I'll tell you, sometime. I promise. Ichiya shook his head as if to shake off the fear, then looked me in the eye as he made his vow. And then the brother reveal. Dramatically takes off sunglasses. Barricade battle. Are we not gonna believe him? Too bad you lost. Enough already. My shout made both of them start in surprise. That expression. Now they look identical. That thought flitted across my mind, but I quickly let it pass as I glared at the twins. Will one of you please tell me what this is about? I have no idea what's going on. Don't sit there in your own little dramatic twin universe. Explain things to me. Now. Right. I'm sorry, Hibari. Basically what I'm saying is... Hold it! Huh? Kazu, it isn't fair for you to bulldoze your way through this discussion and force your point on the other person without giving them a chance to breathe. Anyway, until I have a full and thorough explanation from somebody, I'm taking no sides in this debate. Both of you need to calm down. I'd like to get my thoughts in order too. Alright, skip. first, or that's technically the second board. Oops. Okay, I can't skip that one. Okay, gotta view through. Was there any choices in that chapter? I guess they just do that because it's like the first. Oh god. Oh gosh, the flashes. It's just the first chapter on the board. Alright, then we should be able to skip the rest of them. Skip. 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 Using up. Skip. Skip. Using up. Using up. Oh, it ends there? Okay. Skip. Oh, this one. This is when. What? Okay, this is when Kazuya proposes, like get married to him, but still have Ichiya as like a lover. I was like, I'm guessing he didn't get to that part yet because Ichiya didn't like start fighting. I think what you will. I technically don't need your approval anyway. What? Seemingly unaffected by our indignant glares, Kazu pulled out a device of some sort out of his suit pocket and hit a few buttons on it. Then, Kazu, the proposal you showed me that outlines how a partnership between the Shinzaki group and the Tojo family would be very fruitful. It's a wonderful idea. I truly believe that. This is when we went to his office, right? And he showed us the little presentation. He gave us the little project that he was suggesting. The PowerPoint. Hearing my own voice echo through the room felt like getting ice cold water splashed in my face. That was from yesterday. Wait, you recorded us? A small voice recorder sat in Kazu's palm. He recorded our entire meeting yesterday. Not only that, he'd conveniently erased the context surrounding my statement, making it sound like I'd said something completely different. Tell me, what do you think other people in your family business circles will think when they hear this? Though I admit it's too late to consider that. Don't tell me you... Yep, I did. See, I don't have the time to deal with your indecision. I've sent that statement to the media as proof that you've accepted my marriage proposal. Excuse me? Huh? Kazu smiled. He didn't have to say that it would be all over the news tomorrow. My mind went blank. Kazuya! Oh, and then he kills his brother. Okay, sound like something broke. Sound drifted away as a rush of blood echoed in my ears. I had the impression that Ichiya was shouting. He might have leapt at Kazu too. But all that information just flowed into my brain and slid right out. I just had my one tiny dream crushed. Just as Kazu had planned, the two of us were engaged. Christmas came, and with our big Christmas party... Hold up. Kazuya? Please allow me to introduce Hibari Tojo, my fiancé. Hand pressed gently at my spine, and I bowed mechanically. I was long accustomed to quietly playing out the roles expected of me. Every eye in the crowd was glued to us. I stood next to him, expressionless as he continued. With my marriage to her, the bonds between the Tojo family and the Shinzaki group will tighten further. I have high expectations for all the profitable business ventures that await us in our future. I am also lucky to have the privilege of marrying such a wonderful woman too, of course. I'm sure our married life will be long and happy. We are both still young and inexperienced. I hope that you will all generously offer us your blessings and encouragement. Thank you very much. Why are we just going along with this? A publicly acknowledged marriage. Plentiful, empty blessings. Not a single person in the entire hall cared one whit about how I really felt. The only important thing to them was that the Tojo family and Shinzaki group were now bound by blood. That's all. At least, I did exactly what I was supposed to do as a Tojo family heir. But aside from that, a happy marriage, a full, meaningful life. Any faint hope I may have had for either was now gone. I was done. That's it? Okay. Well, if it got... Okay, it did go from bad to worse. So he just blackmailed us with like a false proposal? Even in that context though, like it was just like a single sentence. They could have easily refuted it, like either like revealed more context or saying that like after the proposal, I like just like gently declined to not like offend him or something. Like you can't just like, I have a voice recording saying you saying the words yes. So therefore our marriage just solidifies. Like, no, Habari, flip some tables. Like do something. I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Alright. Also, I hate Kazuya now. Because, like, first it seemed like... Okay, it seemed like he backed off in every route except Ichiya's. And then he just, like, terrified his, like... Or, like, yeah, just, like, terrorized his brother. But in the end, like, still supported Ichiya. But, in, like, both the normal and the bad ending... Like, he still takes advantage of Habari. And, like, traps her in a loveless marriage. And, like, he's not a good guy. He's a terrible guy. He needs to be arrested. Okay, well, let's do the funny ending. Let's go all the way back to file 1. Alright, let's load this file. And next, let's take the red rose. Struck by a pang of curiosity, I took the red rose. This rose? What a lovely shade of red. Habari! Oh my god. That means they're getting married. Miss Tojo, she's getting engaged. Yee, Miss Habari! I wish you nothing but the best. What? I snapped back to reality, but it was too late. I guess Habari has lots of experience getting trapped in marriages that she doesn't understand. Bro, I can't believe it. Right off the bat, huh? How unfortunate. But I suppose that's that. No, darn it. It wasn't supposed to go this way. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Thank you. Thank you so much. I knew that we were destined to be together. Huh? I swear that I'll make you the happiest bride in the world, Honey Bunch. I love you. Wait, what? What in the world is going on? Samugi? Madam Habari. Oh, I do so hope you'll invite me to the wedding. What? We knew each other for 5 whole seconds and he proposed. I accepted and we were promptly engaged. And then... several years later, I became his bride. Surrounded by a flurry of flower petals, applause, and well wishes, I mumbled to myself. How did this even happen? Okay. I think that one's funny. Less trauma. Less traumatic marriage there. Okay. So, the last thing we have to do is go to the after story and get the rest of the CGs. I know that they'll like make it run a little long, but yeah, so like 3 of these will come out of the after story. But yeah, it'll make these come out a little long, but maybe doing the after story will bring back the happy vibes. Man, I'm feeling awfully crushed after those other endings. Okay, let's go. Let's do Ichiya's after story. Let's play this. If I loved them, they would love me back. It was a childish way of thinking, but it was all I knew. Is it any wonder I failed time and time again? I only understood what it truly meant. To love and be loved in return after I met you. Will you marry me? I meant every word I said that day with every fiber of my being. But now, I could say those very same words again, but with so much more feeling behind them. Hibari, I love you. Alright, after story with Ichiya. We're married to him, not his brother. Morning, Ichiya. Good morning, Hibari. I'll get breakfast for you in just a moment. Would you wait in the dining room for me? You're going to eat with me, right? Let me at least put on a pot of coffee for you. You'd do that for me? Of course. It's my day off, after all. This is the least I can do. Really? Well then, thanks. That would be great. Both. Let's eat. Are the guys out of the house this time? Like before, they were still living with us. This coffee is delicious. In fact, I don't think I've ever had a more delicious cup. All I did was press the buttons on the coffee maker. The coffee you make is far better than anything I can do. Just the fact that you made it for me makes it the best coffee in the entire world. Oh, stop it. Ha! You made these again. The pickled radishes. It seems like you enjoyed them, and I've got enough practice cutting them into rose shapes. Even now, when I think back to the day you first tried them, my face feels like it's going to catch on fire. I was just so desperate to show off what I was good at. It didn't help that the only advantage I had was my cooking. Well, you know that I got too far ahead of myself and screwed everything up. Back then, the only thing I knew to do was to shove expressions of love onto people until they relented. I thought that as long as I kept up the compliments and acted romantically, girls would love me. I'd convinced myself that that was all it took. So when it didn't work on you, it threw me for a loop. Oh, I remember. But you know what? I think I miss all that. Just a little. No. Please, can we please stop digging up the dark and embarrassing past first thing in the morning? Yes, I was cringe. Please don't remember. Oh, I know. Why don't you flirt with me like you used to? What? Hibari, didn't you just hear me say? What's wrong with just a teensy bit? It's been so long. I want to hear it again, just once. Please? For me? Oh no, you're gonna give him performance anxiety. You can be so devilish sometimes. Okay. You know I can't refuse you. Just promise me you won't laugh, okay? Ahem. Here we go. Good morning, my angel. Your eyes are so clear and deep. I wish I could dive into them. And your lips. Ah, your lips. They are as red and luscious as strawberries. Would you mind if I stole a taste? No, that was so cringy. I can't believe I said stuff like that every day with a straight face. Habari, your face is bright red. I'm just, how do I put it? I don't feel anything when I hear words like that from someone I don't think much about. But to have you flirt with me like that now... I mean, my heart might have skipped a beat. Just once. Seriously? Huh. Maybe I really should do that every once in a while. No, that's alright. I already know you'll get carried away. Ha! Well, you were just being a little cheeky. This is my revenge. Anyway, let's finish up and get ready to go. It's a perfect day for a date. Yes, let's. The car's all warmed up. You ready? Of course. And look how lovely it is today. I'm so glad the weather cooperated. Me too. Well then, after you, my princess. Thank you. Since it's so nice out, why don't we go for a short drive first? Then we can have lunch and go to a movie. I almost said dive. Ichiya, you done plenty of almost diving. I don't think I've said this before, but you're an excellent driver. I always feel safe with you behind the wheel. Except for that one time where you're playing Fast and the Furious. Oh, that's quite a compliment coming from someone who's used to professional chauffeurs. It doesn't hurt my confidence either. Oh yeah, open the glove box. I baked some cookies earlier and stashed them in there. Have a few if you want. When did you even... You really put a lot of thought into this. Of course. It's a date with you. There's also a thermos with tea in the cup holder. Wow, you're so thorough. Thank you. You made these for me? Once before. Do you remember? It was when you made a lunchbox for me and brought it to school. Yeah. I caused quite a commotion with that one, huh? You must have been mortified. I was so stupidly desperate back then. I totally panicked and tried to find some way to get you to look at me. Make you happy with me. I was ecstatic when you said that you enjoyed what I made for you. But if I'm being honest, I think I was beginning to catch on at that point. You were saying that what I wanted to hear, but something wasn't quite right about it. Ichiya? No, it's not your fault. I'm fully aware that I did it mostly for self-gratification than anything else. Besides, it gave me a chance to learn how to cook proper Japanese meals from Simiko, so it wasn't a total disaster. I hear you still go and visit her occasionally for a lesson, and that she's a very strict teacher. Oh, well yeah. She's like a drill sergeant, that's for sure. I think it's gotten worse since our engagement. But I know she does it because she cares about you, so I'll keep giving it my all. It's like Ichiya's going through bridal training. Like, gotta make sure you're a good cook. I completely understand wanting to make something delicious for someone special, and to see them enjoy what I make. And I do. I know that everything you cook for me is made with love. Say, Ichiya, Oh, just hold that thought. The light is changing. Sorry, what were you saying? Lean over a little. What? Oh, smooch. Are you gonna distract him while driving? Wow, where did that come from? Not that I'm complaining about a kiss from you, but... Huh? Ah, Ichiya, the light changed again. Oh, right. We're all embarrassed. as if you're some shy schoolgirl, Ichiya. You always give so much to me, so I thought I'd give a little something back. Oh, okay. You really don't have to worry about it. That's what I should say, but I also liked it. So I'll just happily accept and stay quiet. A kiss from you is the greatest reward I could get. After all, just like that one time. I'd intended for it to be an apology for what I'd done to hurt you, but I ended up getting the most out of it. I felt like I had to, but with Taiga and everyone egging me on. But I also wanted to show you I appreciated your gesture. It was so embarrassing. Like, really, truly embarrassing. I was incredibly nervous, too. Hey, I was ridiculously nervous, too, you know. I tried to tell myself some silly little kiss on the cheek was no big deal, but oh boy. I didn't want to look like I couldn't keep it together. But the whole time, my heart was racing a million miles an hour. And if I'm being honest, I don't really remember much of what happened afterwards. By the time I came to, I was in my room and I felt oddly jittery. I knew it had shaken you, but I wasn't prepared for how much. I thought you were used to girls giving you kisses on the cheek, that it would be like nothing. Oof. I know it's true, but it kind of drags some old skeletons out of the closet, I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that at all. No, it's okay. I know that my, storied history with romance caused you more than a little anxiety. Not only that, but, it's okay. I think I know what you're trying to say. Sorry, my timing with that was the worst. I don't mind. Sometimes things like that happen. I thought about going somewhere else, but the restaurant we were having lunch reservations is close by. It's fine, really. The sea breeze is nice, and besides, after all was said and done, it's not that bad of a memory. I envy your strength, then. Every time I think back on it, my stomach twists into cold knots. At that point, the thing I feared the most was you giving up on me. Unlike the other three guys, I always had the specter of past girlfriends looming over me. So when you said you wanted to get to know the real me, I panicked. I thought that if I was going to make a move, it had to be right then. That I'd lose you if I missed my chance. I'd read all the signals you were sending in the way I wanted. And then I did that. Ugh, I just want to crawl into a hole and die. Please don't. I mean, sure, the kiss was... Well, it was what it was, but I slapped you over it. And you should have. I totally deserved that and more. I mean, that was your first kiss. And you can't get that back. And I just... Oh no, he's gonna work himself into a tizzy. You don't need to shout about it. It's embarrassing. And besides, like I said, it's in the past. It's over and done with. So please calm down. Sorry. It's just that thinking back on everything that happened, I can hardly stand myself. Your first kiss was one thing, but then I had to go and run away like a coward for days, and that only hurt you more. You know I shouldn't say this, but I really am such a pathetic excuse for a... Yes, I get it, okay? I knew every inch of your dark past when I chose you, and I don't regret it. Hibari. Apologize one more time, and I'll stomp on your foot heel first. This subject is closed, got it? Huh. Yeah, that sounds like it would be painful. Alright, I won't bring it up again. Good. By the way, I'm pretty hungry now. Me too. What say we put aside the sad reminiscing and get some lunch? Sounds like a plan. Can we, would it be alright if we held hands? Oh my, how scandalous. Yes, you don't have to ask me that anymore, you know. Ah, that lunch was delicious. Now that we've fortified ourselves, it's time for a movie. I can't wait. Is it just me, or are you really excited about this all of a sudden? It's just you. Really? I guess if you say so. Speaking of. I got tickets for that remake like you asked. But are you sure that's what you want to see? I thought for sure you'd want to see that big fantasy movie you were excited about before. Yes, I'm sure. That's the one I'm in the mood for. You've probably heard, but did you know it's supposed to be a massive tearjerker? It doesn't seem like a typical date movie. I said that's the one I want to watch, so it's the one I want to watch. I need to see it. Need to? Why? Never you mind, but we should get going. If we don't hurry, we'll miss it. Okay. You can put your drink in this holder. Oh, and here's a blanket. Thank you. And also, you don't have to sit that far away. I don't mind if you scoot a little closer. Ah, right. Sorry, old habits. Would you like to have some of the blanket? No, I'm okay. But it would be nice if you could, slide a little closer. Oh, new CG. Now that they're, like, redoing the movie date, they're actually, like, taking advantage of the couple seating. The hero. You see now, there's no way I can measure up to my younger brother. It has always been this way ever since we were children. Go on and forget about me. Marry my brother instead. It'll be better that way. Heroine, is that what you truly think? What about how you feel? What about how I feel? Are they just like reenacting their lives? Is this how the movie went before? It's been so long since I've seen the original, I forgot. There's something about it that just resonates with me in an awkward way. Excellent. I'm glad I looked up everything beforehand. This is exactly the kind of movie I wanted. She just picked a movie that just it just reenacts their whole debacle. Those headlines that said this film made America cry. We're not overselling it. I'm sure this will do the trick. You know those Americans. They can't cry worth a damn. I love you. I really do. I don't want to let anyone else have you. But I can't save you. Why am I so powerless? Why is it that, when it comes right down to it, I just can't? You're not lacking in love, but determination. The willpower to stay with me and face any obstacle that gets in our way. All I want is to hear you say one thing. Why is it so difficult for you to say it? It's already pretty intense, but the really emotional part is just getting started. Wow, this movie is seriously a tearjerker. Those reviews weren't kidding around. I think I'm tearing up. All he had to do was take her hand. Then she'd have the excuse she needs to give in. Why couldn't he just see that? Habari? You gonna start crying too? I can't bear the thought of ruining your future. My presence will only destroy your happiness. Then allow me to gracefully bow out. My life is worthless without you, and the world too harsh for me to go on. Farewell, my dearest. If someday we're reborn into our next lives, maybe we could truly be together. Oh. terrible! How could he? Luckily Ichiya did not have any guns. Just a cliff. Habari, are you okay? Why? Why isn't Ichiya crying? She ended up crying. She just wanted to see him cry. Ended up crying herself. I'm sorry. I thought something was up. You usually don't switch the movie you want to see the last minute. I never would have guessed you did it to make me cry, though. Doesn't that, seem a little mean? But it was a good movie, right? It was a great watch. I got so into it that I cried. That's all true. Sorry, I didn't cry, though. I already said I was sorry. I am a fully grown adult, you know. I'm not going to cry over every little thing. That one time was, well, it was extenuating circumstances. Besides, what man wants his lover to see him blubbering like a baby? I guess, but it's just... Oh, how do I put it? That one time really affected me, so seeing you cry is a powerful memory for me in a way. Admittedly, you catching me in the middle of a breakdown was just the push I needed to change. You'd see me at my lowest. Knowing that made me decide to stop trying to keep up appearances around you. At the time, I'd given up on pretty much everything. I was convinced you'd never feel anything for me. And if you didn't, then my life was practically over. I didn't care about anything anymore. If I'm being honest, at first I was a little taken aback. But seeing you cry and letting out what you really felt put everything out in the open. It was touching. It sure did shock me when you patted my head then. I'd convinced myself that nobody would ever want or need a weakling like me. But you stayed with me. I think that was the moment you became truly special to me. You know what? If I look at it like that, it's actually not that bad of a memory. See? But I'm still not going to cry in front of you anymore. I just don't want to. It's too uncool. Don't be shy on my account. You like really want to make him cry. I'm not being shy. I'm gonna bottle it up. Kidding, kidding. Anyway, I wanted to ask something about the movie. Did you know what it was before we saw it? I read a few summaries online, so yes. A few reviews said that it made everyone in America cry. Oh, I see. You know, I have to say, enough of it reminded me of my own life that I felt a little conflicted watching it. You mean with you and Kazuya? Yeah. In the movie, it was the younger brother, not the older. But their lives and the older brother's issues, it was all really close to my own. And the fact that Kazuya and I are twins only makes the comparisons more inevitable after all. My whole life I wondered why I couldn't do things like Kazuya. Why what I did never worked out the same way. Now I look back and see that it was a bunch of misunderstandings and unfortunate happenstance. But at the time, it felt like my parents didn't get me. I mean, seeing the bad ending, it's pretty much just verified that Kazuya is a terrible person. He will take advantage if he can. And twist the knife when he can. I think when, like, you realize it, though, like, he'll kind of just backtrack and just kind of gaslight people into believing otherwise. I think he truly is a bad person. That's why I was so desperate to find a place where I belonged. A place where people would want me, not my brother. I think I understand that. It hurts to feel like you're completely alone. I've also had times where I cried myself to sleep, wishing for someone to see me as special over everyone else. Yeah, but the difference is I let myself drown in my inadequacies. So I wanted to find someone who'd be nice to me, that I flattered everyone. I only focused on superficial behaviors that I thought would bring me love. Looking back, I'm sure there were other better ways to go about it. But at the time, it was the only thing I could think to do. And I can't help but wonder how different things might have been if I'd met you sooner. Oh. I mean, the age difference. 9-year age gap. She wasn't gonna... They weren't really gonna meet under those circumstances. Well, I can say with certainty that if we met sooner, I wouldn't have wanted anything to do with you. I had no interest in getting to know some frivolous guy who surrounded himself with a gaggle of girls. Ouch. When you put it that way. In fact, that's how I viewed you when we first met. Couldn't you tell? But now we've grown close, and it's all thanks to that dark past you're so ashamed of. At least that's what I think. Even though it was all me being stupid and pathetic, how could that not disappoint you? Sure, you've done some foolish things, but you were hurt and frightened, and yet you were still kind to others. That's amazing. Instead of hating everyone because of what happened, you chose to be kind and let yourself get hurt instead. I can't turn my back on a person like that. Habari. I'm sure grandfather saw that in you and approved. You think? That'd be nice if that were true. I had zero faith in myself when I first met your grandfather. I felt like nothing I did ever worked out, that I was cynical and desperate, but I was still being a total jerk. The only thing I could think of while everything was happening was it wasn't supposed to be like this. I thought it would turn out better. I thought myself that this was the one area I had more experience in Kazuya, so it had to go well. But it didn't. I absolutely thought I was just doomed forever to be inferior to my brother in all ways. All that misery and self-pity I've been feeling drained away, and I felt empty. Any motivation I'd possessed to try and outshine Kazuya, to make people respect me for me, all just faded away. It was like I had nothing left inside. Thinking about those days makes me want to run somewhere far, far away. Do you still think back on all that, even now that we're engaged? No, not if I can help it. I'm extremely happy with our life together now. Sometimes I get scared of how amazing things are now, but then I remind myself of what it was like. Also, I really wish that woman had, repercussions. I feel like they kind of just glance over that. They're like all that deep trauma and, the literal crime that just happened. And they're just like, oh, Ichiya felt inadequate to his brother. I was like, excuse me? You just went through, a traumatic assault. Are we just gonna pretend? That wasn't just, terrible? I don't really think those reminders are necessary. We're going to be together forever, after all. You can believe that. Yeah, I do. Need justice for Ichiya. Sorry, I didn't mean to be such a downer. Anyway, it's almost time for our dinner reservations. Shall we go? Yes! Getting lunch and dinner and eating out. Eating out all day. Ah, this is so good. Yeah, The vinegar in this is just the perfect amount. Now if I could just figure out the herb blend that they used, I could recreate it at home. Really? That's amazing. I look forward to trying it then. Of course. The sight of you enjoying the food I make is all the motivation I need. I'm very proud of my most excellent home chef. Oh right, I just remembered. Have you ever cooked for your family, Ichiya? What do they think of your food? Where did this come from all of a sudden? That time when Kazuya visited, I told him he should stay for dinner next time. It hasn't happened yet, but still. He seemed very interested in your cooking. Aha, so that's why. He's been sending me these weird whiz messages lately, and I had no idea what they were about. Like the snacks he's currently hooked on, or the old dishes he really liked. Stuff like that. Oh, he's definitely trying to score some free food. Where did you say back? I asked him if he was really that bored. Oh my gosh, that was mean. Hey, that's not how I meant it. I just didn't know. True, true. Still, that was so cute. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that even Kazuya can be adorable. I wouldn't go near him with a 10-foot ball. Like, they keep him away. Did he have to be so vague about it? He could have just asked me to cook for him. He can get surprisingly shy about the oddest things. You wouldn't expect it from him, though. Haven't you two gotten into arguments because of it? I think it would annoy me. No. Even when he did annoy me, I never told him he was wrong. I always figured it was my fault for being too stupid to understand how he was right. I think that day was the first and only time I ever raised my voice at him. Since hindsight is 20/20, I can now see that his proposal was actually meant to test the two of us in a way. Except for the time where he blackmailed us, but we're not gonna think about that timeline. But when I heard him say the word lover, all my feelings of inferiority and insecurity were blown away, and all this anger flooded in their place. In that moment I knew, with all my heart, that I didn't want anyone else to have you, Habari. I wanted to be the one to make you happy. Though at the end of the day, I was still doing exactly what he wanted. That does rub me the wrong way a bit. Well, more than a bit, but still. But, I can't say he wasn't a little bit. Just a teeny tiny, infinitesimal bit responsible for the way we are now, I guess. I feel conflicted about what happened too, believe me. But we should probably acknowledge that Kazuya played a small part in helping us move forward. I feel like he just distracted from the issue and caused unneeded pressure in a place that didn't need pressure. Well, more like move forward a few steps and stall out for a while. That part wasn't so easy. You're telling me. I got everyone's help in trying to make a case for why you should choose me, but it all went in circles. Even as I laid everything on the line when I confessed my feelings, you cut me down with just one sentence. Oh, that! You know, I've had my share of shocking incidents in my life, but that has to be there as one of the biggest. Not that I thought confessing my feelings would make everything magically better or anything. I'm not that naive. But what I said was messy. I put everything out in the open in the most inelegant way. I don't think I've ever confessed my feelings that awkwardly before. I was convinced that if you didn't accept, I'd had no other recourse. So when you asked why it had to be you and no one else, it was really a surprise, but more... How do I put it? You stunned me speechless, I guess. I felt so strongly for you, and the thought that I hadn't managed to convey any of it at all. I'm sorry. You don't have to apologize. Besides, even though I thought all hope was lost, it turns out it wasn't. Of course, I didn't realize at the time. I was so sure my world had ended, like I had hit rock bottom, but then kept sinking deeper. I was incredibly depressed too. I hadn't meant to hurt you at all. I simply didn't realize what I was feeling. The other three gave me the scolding of my life. It's funny. They're usually so oblivious, but they can really come together when it matters. Yeah, I know. I actually got an earful too. Well, it wasn't so much that it was Kazuya just saying he was disappointed in me. What? Kazuya said that? Yeah, hilarious, right? I have no idea what I was thinking at the time, or if I was thinking straight at all. See, I went to Kazuya and took everything out on him. Said that it was all his fault that things had gone wrong. Really laid into him. He shot me down, of course. Wow. I don't know what to say. It wasn't until later that I realized I really am the little brother. We're twins, so there isn't much of an age difference, but when it comes down to it, I'm the little brother and I went straight to my big bro for support. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that. Don't you dare tell him. I mean it. He'll totally get a big head over it. Anyway, that's what happened. It really did feel like I'd unearthed a new level of the lowest depths, but I couldn't give up on you. I'd already thought I was stuck with nowhere left to go, when Kasuga came up and sunk a dagger in my heart. He did that to me too. Really, he just went for it. He didn't hold back in the least. Yeah, but you know what? I'm grateful for it. I was finally able to put absolutely everything on the line because of what he did. Though the guys definitely had a ball teasing me about it. Yeesh. I was dead serious, and for some reason that was hilarious to them. Like, bro, you almost jumped off the cliff. Hilarious. Like, no. I mean, seeing everything Ichiya went through and seeing what could have happened in the other routes, yeah, I could see why he got that desperate. Like he had to do the car chase. He had to try to kidnap Hibari at that point, or else Kazuya would have manipulated the things in his favor. Believe me, I know. Look, I know what I did was laughable, and it was not something a 26-year-old grown man should do. But I didn't care about what anyone thought anymore. I had chucked my pride in the trash too. I just wanted you to love me. I mean, basically, I cried until you relented. Yeah, you really did cry me into submission. When you put it that way, I'm not really sure how to respond. Though I will say, I was happy to finally hear the words I wanted you to say. Hibari. Yeah, I was too. No. I'd finally managed the last step. The one that took me to your side. I think at that moment, all I was feeling was sheer ecstasy from having made it. Knowing that I'd finally earned the love of the person I longed for, made the stress of everything just rush out. And that's why you started bawling? Hey, I was under a lot of pressure, you know? I was terrified that you might turn around any second and say that you were just kidding, and if that happened, I wasn't sure how I was going to go on living. It's true. You certainly are a hopeless case without me around. Yes, I know, I admit it. I'll say it again. I just can't live without you. I'm sorry I'm such a clingy guy, but you're gonna have to get used to it. Oh, Ichiya. I figured that out a long, long time ago. I should have known. But looking back on everything makes me realize that we are who we are because of all the help we got along the way. Yeah, I know. I know I had Kasuga, but for so long I thought I was all alone. It's kind of embarrassing how I thought that. The point was really driven home when I found out how much grandfather had done for me and cared for me, even though I hated him. And really for no good reason. Yeah, feels like I've finally woken up from a long bad dream. But not everything is sunshine and roses now. I'm still working through some things, especially with the Shinzakis. That's gonna take some time. Oh. Kazuya actually took me back home to the Shinzaki home for my first visit in a long time. What? Really? You never told me that. Sorry, I knew you would have worried. And it kind of scared me how easily I could see the visit imploding on itself. So I didn't say anything. How did it go? Well, both Mom and Dad were naturally very nervous about the whole thing too. We could barely hold a conversation. Kazuya did his best to keep it going, but neither of them could get more than 2 words out, and I didn't know what to say either. So, then what? Right when I was thinking I should leave, Kazuya asked me about you. Me? Yeah, I didn't have any problem talking about that subject. The words just kept coming. When I paused to take a breath, I noticed Kazuya wincing. He told me I definitely said enough. Start using the long, cheesy language. Excuse me? How much did you tell them? And about what? Just regular stuff. You know, about how much I love you. And all the ways you're amazing and how lucky I am. That's it. That's not regular stuff. Ugh, I can't believe this. I'm sure what you told them was all biased and ridiculously exaggerated. How am I supposed to live up to their expectations? Hey, I didn't exaggerate a thing. I didn't say anything that wasn't the truth. It's only the truth to you, trust me. Sorry. Anyway, the details of what I said aside, the whole conversation was a bit emotional for me. My parents have always intimidated me. Before, I could barely look them in the face. But now, just the thought of you was enough to get me to relax. Heck, I babbled on so much about you that Kazuya had to stop me. That's never happened before. Ichiya? I'll admit I was skeptical at first. Us getting engaged, hearing everything from Kazuya. It seemed like things were going too well. But part of me wants to believe in what we have. That things can really be this amazing. Yeah. You have no idea what a relief it was when you supported me that time. Besides, when I thought about it after, there really isn't anything I fear more than losing you. Once I realized that, dealing with Kazuya and my parents became much less scary. It might be awkward, but I can handle awkward. Hibari, just having you in my life makes me stronger in so many ways. And most of all, being with you makes me feel like the happiest man in the world. Every time I hug you, I just want to hold you tighter. So tightly that I never have to let you go. Hibari? Just give me a moment, okay? I'll calm down in a minute. Huh? Don't you remember what I said this morning? Your flirting used to not affect me because I didn't know you. But now, with what we are to each other, your heart skipped a beat. You didn't do it on purpose, did you? I'd never try and charm you with empty flattery. I meant every word. You know that, right? But honestly, I hope it resonated with you at least a little. I wanted to make sure I expressed how much I feel for you. Especially tonight. Oh? Why tonight? Well, I have some reasons. But do you mind if we wait until the dessert course comes before I tell you? Oh, sure. Thanks. Speaking of, I'll let them know they can bring it out now. I requested they make something a little special for us. Excuse me, could I ask you to bring it out? Something special? Like what? You'll see. Ah, you tease. Ah, thank you. I'll serve it if you don't mind. Ichiya? Now then, if I could ask you to close your eyes, my princess. You're being awfully thorough, but all right if you insist. I'm very curious about this dessert. I hope it lives up to your expectations. There. You can open your eyes now. Okay. Oh, how pretty. Wait a minute. What? Ichiya, this is... Ah, you put a ring on the dessert plate. Will you marry me? Is this what I think it is? It's okay. Okay, this proposal is like so Ichiya, just like very meticulous and like kind of sneaky, but like overly planned. It's kind of a stark contrast between like Nayata's. Like Nayata was like more fumbly with the ring. But yeah, it's kind of like it's a neat contrast. Like the planned ring with the dessert. At least he didn't put it in the cake. I've seen like instances of that where like people accidentally like eat the ring or like break a tooth on the ring. It's a ring. Is it really that kind of ring? If you want to say it's too cliche or pretentious, that's fine. I'll graciously accept the critique. But this is the one chance I'll ever have to seriously propose to the person of my dreams. Let me go all out, okay? This can't be real. Oh, but it is. I mean everything written on there from the bottom of my heart. Hibari, will you marry me? But, we're already engaged. He just wanted he wanted the action of it. Not just in front of a crowd, but, like, with you. I know, but I haven't given you a ring yet. And the formalities of the engagement flew by the morning after my confession on the cliff. After that, things have just gone along like usual. Personally, I thought it'd be a shame to skip over such a big life event. He's probably also trying to rewrite the cliff event. I wanted to make sure I could do it properly for you, even if it was a tad late. Hibari. Wait. Please just slow down. I need a moment to collect myself. It's all so sudden. You took me by surprise, and I'm not sure I've wrapped my mind around it yet. I love you. Ichiya! I love you more than anyone in the world. Just wait. Please slow down. No, I won't wait. I can't. I want to hear your answer right now. Now? Yes, now. Because my heart feels like it's ready to burst out of my chest. I know what you're going to say. I have faith in it. But on the off chance, the 1 in a million billion chance you don't say yes, then I... Yes! It's like, I'll jump! Huh? What else could I possibly say? How could you even think otherwise? Oh, right. Ugh. If you're going to make yourself look cool for this, at least see it through to the end. Seriously. Sorry. Enough already. Here. What? The ring. You're going to put it on me, right? Oh, of course. No. Oh, he's crying. I love you. I love you with every fiber of my being. No matter what happens. No matter what comes our way. I'll swear I'll make you the happiest woman in the world. And you said you wouldn't cry around me. Movies can't make me cry, but thinking of you will always make me tear up. So please, I'm asking you, stay by my side for the rest of our lives. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Habari. Only you could propose like this, Ichiya. I'll remember this for the rest of my life. I love you too. I didn't quite stick the landing with the proposal, but I heard what I wanted to hear the most. It made me feel like the luckiest man in the universe. And now I know it will get even better. I already feel happy enough to burst, but it will still be a surprise to find out how much happier I can get. I'm sure as we spend the rest of our lives together, that I'll break my record for happiest I've ever felt, over and over again. In the morning, I'll give you a wake-up kiss. And a kiss before we go off to work. You'll get another kiss when we get home. And of course, we can't forget about a goodnight kiss, too. I won't stop there either. I'll never feel like I've told you I love you enough. And I get the urge to kiss you every time we look at each other. Even if you scold me. Even if you tell me that I'm being too cheesy or too clingy. I know that you'll follow that up with a smile and a sigh, saying that you wouldn't have it any other way. With you by my side, I can go on living. In sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, for no matter how we end up, you'll always be the one and only for me. Thank you, but I don't think you're the only one who feels that way. Huh? You are the only one for me. Starts weeping. We haven't even gotten to the wedding yet, and I already feel like I could die of happiness. I did wonder at the playful smile on your face as you watched tears streaming down mine. But you know what? I don't care anymore. The playful smile. It's like, thinking kinky thoughts. We're going to walk into the future together, hand in hand. Just the two of us. Together forever. At the end. Fades out. Oh, next day. Oh, okay, there's a wedding. There's a wedding photo. Aw. He's even crying in the wedding picture. Happily ever after starts here. Yeah, he would seem like a guy who would weep at his wedding. He's gonna be crying at all his life events. It's like, oh, got a whiz message. Gotta check that out. Yeah, he's like, he'd get emotional over everything. It's like wedding, crying, first child, crying. First child goes to college, also crying. Gonna be weeping over everything. Okay, well. That's a wrap for Ichiya. Let's check out that whiz message before it flies out of my mind. A magic spell. Sorry to bug you so late. You're probably asleep by now, but today was the best day of my life. Thank you. That's my line. It was a shock, but it was a happy surprise. Thanks. How's the ring? Does it fit? A little big or it's perfect? I'll say it's perfect. Perfect. Everything you do is perfect, Ichiya. Yeah, it's perfect. You know my ring size? He like sized you while you were sleeping or something? You just touched your hand and just knew? You bet. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event. I didn't want to mess it up. I figured that was about what it was. But I checked with Kasuga at the end just to be certain. Really? Thanks. You're welcome. And thanks for accepting it. Though I did have to go and screw up by bawling at the critical moment. No, that was perfect. That's what made the affair a smashing success. Habari. I'm not sure how happy I am about that. It's okay, it made me happy. All of it. I mean it. Ah, well. If you're happy then, I'm happy. I was such a nervous wreck about it all last night. Wait, is that why you walked smack into a wall when we left? And why you tripped over nothing while we were out on our date? I tried to be suave and all. All I did was look like an idiot again. I thought it was cute. A 26-year-old man doesn't really want to hear he's cute. It's one of the many things I love about you. Are you messing with me again? A little? Habari. Good night, see you tomorrow. But okay. Okay, so that should have been all the endings. Yeah, we got all of Ichiya's endings. We got all the other guys' endings. So all that's left is whatever's on the true board. So obviously we'll do that next time though. Looks like the true board does have a movie. And then, yeah, we should have gotten all the pictures, aside for one with Ichiya. That one that we're missing. Okie doke. Oh, well, we've been going for quite a while. So it's time to take a little breaky break. But, yeah, next time we'll begin the true board. I'm not sure how long the true board is gonna be. It says there's no choices. So, it's kind of weird, because if there's no choices, that means there's no, like, alternate endings for it. It's kind of like Cupid Parasite's secret route. There's no choices in that either. It was just a straight line story. But yeah, I think there was, like, other endings, too, that we're missing. Well, the guide will probably go over how to get those other bad endings. They might actually be in the common route. Because, like, there was other options in the common route that I didn't select. Alright, but anywho, yeah, we need a break. We went for a long time. Luckily the after story keeps the vibes, like, a little happy. Especially after all those, like, bad endings. Alright, hope you guys had a fun and relaxing time. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.